Hey YouTubers, Steven here. Okay, this episode we are going to make beef and broccoli. Now, I'm sure a lot of people, enjoy beef and broccoli. Those who don't, I feel bad for you. But, anywho, let's move the camera and I'm going to show you how to make beef and broccoli from scratch. Simple and easy. Alright everybody, we're back. Alright, so, beef and broccoli. Well, we got our beef. What we want to do, we want to cut this in strips, and I'm not sure which would be better. Let's cut it across the grain, I guess, because it looks like the grain is moving this way. I'm no butcher, but it looks like the grain is going this way. So we'll cut this in 1-inch strips, which may be easier said than done. And this is the same steak that I have for the beef fried rice. Actually, it's probably closer to a 1/2 inch that I'm cutting these. So we're just gonna continue cutting at about a 1/2 inch, I guess. 1/2 inch is definitely wide enough. Okay, so after I get the steak all sliced up, I started thinking, it's like, I'm really not going to have enough. So I ended up cutting all of these into half, so 1/4 inch strips. So once you get the strips done, what we want to do is we want to cut straight down the center. So we have, about 1 inch, 1.5 inch long strips. So take our knife and just a nice straight cut right up the center. Some of them that have fat on them aren't going to cut so easy, but for the most part, there we go. Alright, so now all we got to do is move on to the next step for beef and broccoli. Alright, so for the beef and broccoli, unfortunately, I thought my camera was rolling. All I did was I just chopped the bottoms off the broccoli. Alright, it was 2 heads of broccoli that we've got, and we just want to pick off the flowerets, I guess they're called. We're just going to pick them off here. Just make a nice neat little pile. Alright, let me get a bowl. Because I'm running out of space. So we don't need to chop these up too much. We just want, the big flowering parts. And then the bigger ones, we're actually going to cut. Just because, the smaller ones are just a little too small. And that's a little too chunky on the bottom. And that's what we're doing. We just want pieces like so. There we go. Whoop. Easy peasy. Alright. Moving on. Alright, now for the next step in the beef and broccoli, we need some onions with it. So the onions are already peeled. We're just going to cut them in half, like so. Alright, actually maybe I'll use a smaller knife. And then we're just going to cut them into quarters. And the onion doesn't want to be nice to me. Alright. Just like so. And then we'll break them up once we get them in the frying pan. Alright, so for the next part of beef and broccoli, oh, my dogs are at it again. This has been a very busy house tonight. I'm just going to use a little bit of margarine. Alright, called for a tablespoon of vegetable oil, but some margarine will have to do. So we'll get this in here, we'll get it melting up. Alright, we're going to take our beef, our steak that we cut up into little strips, and we're going to pop it in there. Spread spread it out a little bit so we can get it brown. Alright, we're going to go with 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're going to let this brown up and we'll be back. Alright, so we're just about half cooked here. So what I'm going to do first, we're just going to give a little sprinkle of pepper. And a little sprinkle of salt. You really don't need a whole lot of salt because of the soy sauce in it, but that's alright. Alright, so my wife decided she wanted to add some bean sprouts and some celery to it since we didn't have any watercress. Our broccoli and our onions. So we're just going to pour it in here in our mixture. And I don't think my pot's going to hold it all. We'll try. And it might be a little hard just to stir, but we'll figure it out. Alright, so I opted for a pot. I'm going to add a cup of water. This is a half cup. I'm just doing it twice. I'm being cheap. Alright. And we need a can of cream of broccoli soup. Get the top off there and we'll just pop her in there. Such lovely looking stuff. Okay, so we're just gonna mix this all up. We're gonna put a cover on it and we're just gonna let all of this simmer and cook, and that will soften up you know, our broccoli and all the other vegetables we've got stuffed in here. And this is just about a medium heat. So, like I said, we'll get this covered and we'll come back. Alright, look at this. Now that all of our veggies have pretty much reduced half volume, because you know they were piled right up here. Okay, everything is mixing nicely. Our sauce is looking good. Alright, so we're just going to turn this down to a low heat, and we're just going to let this simmer. Same as our honey garlic ribs are back here, still on low. I'm constantly moving them around. Here's the finished product. What do you think? Pretty snazzy, eh? Well, appreciate you watching the series, and make sure you watch all of the videos so that your dinner hopefully will look as good as this. Thanks for watching, everyone, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Talk to you later. Bye.